A random NBA blog called Basketball Forever says the Mavericks are frontrunners in 2025 to acquire Giannis if the Bucks fall short. And I know Woj just retired, but let's just say Basketball Forever is not going to be his replacement. This does not work financially at all. If I had $1 for every Giannis jersey swap, I'd have at least $50. Brother, you'd be in the Forbes top 100, and that is correct. No superstar has been in more trade rumors. Remember when an anonymous GM said he's going to Miami? Or that the Warriors have long wanted Giannis? Brian Windhorst said the whole league's obviously watching what happens with Giannis. Certainly the Knicks are one of them. How many rumors can one man have? But actually, there is a reason for all this smoke. There's a very good chance Giannis is on a different team to start next year. And I am not just talking dumb trade rumors. These are stone cold facts. However, the team that is most likely to land him hasn't been mentioned at all. And I want to get to who that is. But Giannis hasn't been afraid to threaten the Bucks if they don't compete. I mean, some players want you to think that they're forever loyal, like Damian Lillard, but Giannis does not care. The most extreme example was at the beginning of last year. I'm a Milwaukee Buck, but most importantly, I'm a winner. I want to be a winner, so comfort zone doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, I want to create new memories. I want to win a lot of championships. If there's a better situation for me to win the Larry O'Brien, I have to take that better situation. Dude, how more clear can he get? And because of this, the Bucks have made wild trades to keep him happy. Their first year really breaking out was 2019. Look before that, it was all like 41 wins, 33 wins. But in 2019, not only did Giannis win his first MVP, but they had good seasons from Chris Middleton, Brook Lopez, Malcolm Brogdon, and hired Mike Budenholzer. Coach Bud redesigned their offense around Giannis and made Brook Lopez an elite 3-and-D big. That season ended in the second round to Kawhi Leonard's insane championship run, but the next year, the Bucks lost in the second round to Miami. So to make Giannis happy and not leave in free agency, they traded for Drew Holiday. The Bucks got Drew for 2 players and control of 5 first-round picks. Giannis was so pumped he signed a 5-year supermax before the season. They were all in with no way out, having just dealt all their assets. But in the playoffs, they were screwed. The Nets were on top 2-0. Jeff Teague even admits they were booking flights to Cancun.
The first game we get beat by like 40. I go to his office like, Coach, I don't think we about to win this championship. Like, he felt like he was about to get fired. The second game, we get blasted by like 55. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's not even close. We don't stand a chance. Kyrie rolls his ankle third game, and you could see like the light switch hit. Like, oh, we can beat him now. And Giannis stepped up, Chris, Drew, they all started just playing phenomenal. And now we knew we get past them, we was winning the championship.
Which is exactly what they did. But since then, it's been a nightmare. So they tried the all-in trade again, but it backfired. In 2022, Chris Middleton hurt his knee and they lost in round 2 to Boston. The next year, Giannis got hurt and they lose to 8 seed Miami as the 1 seed. So to make Giannis happy, they dealt Drew, Grayson Allen, and control of 3 firsts for Damian Lillard. Now they have one of the worst futures in all of basketball. It is the Bucks, Clippers, and Suns, who have an old, struggling roster with 0 draft picks to trade. So how do they get out of this mess? Well, there are 4 ways to improve your roster. The first is cap space, but the Bucks are so over the cap, they're one of just 4 teams in the second apron. Next is good vets to trade. The Bucks have none outside of Giannis. Good young players? Bucks got 0. And draft picks. So let's look at Milwaukee's pick situation. 2025 through 27 goes to New Orleans from the Drew Holiday trade years ago. 28 through 30 goes to Portland from the Dame trade. Then finally, in 2031, they have 1 pick to trade. All their seconds are gone except 2031 as well. So the Bucks have been all in and dealt virtually everything to get a trophy, but it ain't working. So what are they gonna do? Well, there's only one option if this year doesn't work. Trade Giannis. Think about it. Giannis will still have 2 years left on his contract next offseason, so he's got major value. They get a ton of picks and a good young player to build with, and the new owner of the Bucks probably doesn't like paying a huge tax bill for a team that's going nowhere. He'd be happy to trade. And Giannis is turning 30. It's an age that many people take stock of their life. And for a guy who's threatened to leave, don't you think he'd be wondering about a trade? Yeah, next offseason makes perfect sense for Giannis to leave if Doc Rivers can't lead them to a title. So where would he go? Well, there's one team no one talks about. What Milwaukee wants back is a ton of picks and a good young player. So how do the rumored teams stack up? Well, the Mavericks have no franchise-level young players and 1 draft pick, 2025. They're at the bottom of the realistic list. But the Warriors? They've got 3 first-round picks, 4 swaps, and several good young players to trade. Kuminga, Moody, and Podziemski. I wouldn't count them out. The Heat, 2 picks and good young players like Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, and Nikola Jovic. But another franchise blows all that out the water. Several teams have hoarded draft picks for a moment like this. ESPN actually ranked the value of future draft picks, and the top 5 are the Spurs, Thunder, Nets, Jazz, and Rockets. All have a war chest that Milwaukee would love over the Warriors or Heat. But what if a good young player is involved too? What the Bucks really want for Giannis is a boatload of picks and a young star, similar to what OKC got for Paul George. So I looked at who the Ringer has in their top 100 players. Obviously, we're not going to include Victor Wembanyama or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but what other players could be involved? Well, outside of Wemby, the Spurs have just Devin Vassell at number 74 in the top 100. The Nets have number 94, Nick Claxton. A bunch of picks and Nick Claxton for Giannis, no thanks. The Jazz have 28, Lauri Markkanen, and 96, Colin Sexton. But what is the point of getting Giannis if you give up Markkanen? The Rockets have 3. Alperen Şengün at 44, number 69, Jalen Green, and 98, Jabari Smith. Now we're talking. But number 1 is the Thunder. They have the 40th player, Jalen Williams, and 43, Chet Holmgren. I believe the Thunder are in the best position of anyone to land Giannis. I mean, why has Sam Presti been hoarding all these draft picks for a trade like this? Giannis is a perfect fit with SGA, a lethal pick and roll. Dealing either J-Dub or Chet hurts, but a player like Giannis puts them over the top. Can you imagine after all the pain of breaking up the KD, Russ, Harden Big Three, they finally win a championship in OKC? Plus, they have 1 more year together to see more of this roster. But the second team is Houston. They traded for the Suns' future picks and have good young players to trade. Rumors say that they're looking at guys like Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler. So while OKC is reluctant to break up their young core, the Rockets are dying to do it. So I believe the Giannis rumors are real, but not to the teams that everyone talks about. But I did give the Warriors a chance. The Dubs' dream list of players they want actually just got leaked, and the other names on that list are insane.